South, they are preparing themselves for a winter storm. Well, an ice storm. And I guess because they aren't like prepared for these kind of things, they're making like a big deal of it. They got even the people who from up north acting crazy. My sister talking about she got caps for the hoses. Take undo the hoses from the water source. I'm like, when did you start getting it? We never had to do that. What are you even talking about? We never did that up north. Now you want to come down here and undo the whole girl. You acting like these folks. It's not even that deep. And even if it is, oh, what Young Thug say? What do you do? Like, be so for real. Like, and then they were showing like the fear mongering stuff, like showing certain supermarkets. It's a million if they ain't got anything, they got a bunch of supermarkets. Every block is a supermarket. Like it ain't the poppy stores is of abundance in the hood, and the supermarkets is of abundance in North Carolina. Like you ain't gotta worry about it. You gonna get something to eat. I'm not checking for none of that. I got me some tin can fish. I'm trying to stay away from the meats. I ain't had chicken since last year. Maybe what? Christmas? No, not even Christmas. Thanksgiving. I ain't had no turkey, none of that. So I'm trying to stay away from it. I'm not buying none of that mess. And then they only was like, it's only for like a day or two. Like, be so for real. I was thinking about, I swear to God, after this event happened to me, I was never scared of no snow or no none of that. I had just started working at my social work job, PCA. You only had like 2 days you could be off. Like, no, I think you had like a day you could be off in your probation period for like 6 months or something. And after that, they would just terminate you. I'm pretty sure they don't try them tactics no more, but that's the scary shit that they used to do back then. So I never forget, it was snowing and they was not closing. Like they didn't close that morning. They wasn't letting us go early. They wasn't closing. So I'm in there with my manager, Indian boy. He ain't give a damn. We sitting there. I'm like, when are they going to let us go? Already, this is what I did. I already took my car and drove it to, is it Wagner Avenue? Wherever it is, past Hunter Park, past Erie. And the Dunkin' Donuts is on the corner. I drove my car because I was living in Alney. And I said, I'm going to park it right there. So when I get off the sub, it'll just be right here. So it was like maybe 4 blocks from Broad Street. And then I would just walk to the sub, and then the sub used to be right at where my job was. So I parked my car there. I had a Jeep. I'm like, cool, because it was going to take me forever to get from my house to Broad Street to get to the sub and on the regular bus. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take my car and leave it there and then get off. So I'm just thinking that, assuming that they would just say, but that job was like one of them jobs act like they were first emergency responders or something. Like they was never closing. So they finally let us go. I think they let us go at like 3. We got off at 4. You know, some people got off at 5 because everybody had like different shifts, but they let us go at 3. So I get, mind you, I was young holding. I ain't had no shovel in my car, nothing. Or maybe I did have, I did. I had a little shovel. Like it was a miniature shovel. So you would have to get down low to get to the shovel. To get down to the ground. That's the only thing I had put in my car. I get to my motherfucking car and the snow plows have plowed me in. Like the snow is up to the middle of my door, like all around my car. And it was snowing bad, and it was going to be bad later on, but it hadn't got that bad yet. They had pushed all the snow to my tires. And I don't even think it was another car in front of me. So it was snow on the ground rising up, but they had pushed the extra snow up on my mother. Listen, I cried when I got to my car. Like literally, I had not a nigga to call. Like I cried when I got and saw my car there. I'm out there, hands frozen, shoveling. I'm also crying because I'm thinking like when I get to my house, there will be no parking spot. People have already put their trash cans there. I don't know where I'm going to park this car at, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. And listen, thank God for like garages. Ever since when I moved to that apartment to the loft and I got me that garage. I was like, listen, this is how people is living. Us shoveling and putting motherfucking cones and chairs and trash cans, that ain't the how you live. That's not living. Like that ain't living. The people like the girl on TikTok, she was bragging like, oh, my man got me a garage. And the people in the comments was like, yes, girl. I felt her pain though. I felt her pain. Like having a garage and having, it's different. It just felt different. And she was like, the bad part about it was though, she was bragging inside of the car and the garage door was down and she had cut the car on and the car was running. But you could have killed everybody in the whole house trying to stunt on TikTok. Talking about some damn, thank you for mommy. Y'all about to be dead up in there. Y'all about to be CO2 poisons. These young hoes gotta do better. But anyway, didn't have a garage, didn't have no designated parking space. I'm out there shoveling, crying, shoveling. The snot is coming down my nose, it's frozen now. I'm shoveling, getting in the car. Mind you, you gotta and you from North Philly, you know that block is like, it's not a lot of people out there because maybe 2 or 3 more blocks up is like where they tore down all those houses because they were sinking. So it's not like, you know, people would be out there. So it was nobody to help me. Like nobody came past. Nobody came out their house like, sis, I got you. Nothing. I'm shoving, getting in the car like the Pink Panther. Trying to get the car to go up. Trying to get the car to go back. Trying to get over the ice. Get out. Shovel some more. Get in. Get out. Get in, get out, shovel some more. Finally, I get my car to get out. And then I'm like crying in the car on the way to my house. Gets to my house. There's no parking on the block. I'm not even gonna waste my time. I parked like maybe 7 blocks away. And then I only knew that my front was gonna be shoveled because Mr. Trash Can will always shovel for me, and I would get him either some Budweiser or some Newports 100s, the long ones, because I knew that he would do that for me. So at least I knew when I got home, I wasn't gonna have to worry about my steps or my front or anything. But I knew I had a dog to probably walk. I think I probably had to go walk Puff, unless Puff was at my mom's house. That was like 2013 or something. Right before that, I had to walk Puff. I'm like, and then I think I had to do it again the next day because again, this was the schedule for when you first started and you couldn't have missed no days. You had to like be in there. I'm like, this is straight up bullshit. Like when I got back to work, I was ever so mad telling my boss, like, yeah, my car was plowed in by the time I got to, he was cracking the fuck. Because why was that my life? Like, that's what I'm saying now. You can't fearmonger me about none of this stuff. My only gripe is having the power go out and you got to be up in here frozen and all that shit. Like, I can't deal with that. But like the girl said on TikTok, pull a Ted Cruz and hop up on the plane and get out of here. If I had some funds, I probably would have suggested we do that. But yeah. And then my man out here this weekend because he working. So it's just us up in here. Like, just let this go. The weather people, my sister, like, no, they said, girl, they ain't doing that to these folks down here. These folks will beat them weather people up if they come down here and try to tear their shit up. Like, it ain't getting that crazy for them. These North Carolina folks ain't playing that. You're not finna be turning the weather machine on and tearing my shit up. And then y'all do that to them poor folks. No, they ain't doing that up here. That ain't happening. So yeah, they, a long weekend, a long corny weekend, another weekend and not going out having fun. On top of that, I'm out here looking for some employment. I think I said that in my last weekly video, because I'm dropping weekly videos. Yeah, I gotta figure something out. I'm manifesting I'm not gonna just, try to take. I had a phone interview for an insurance agency the other day, but I didn't even call. One, it pissed me off. It was like a phone interview, and usually if you're looking for help or you hiring people, you call the person. You're gonna tell me to call in the office. Like, that type of stuff gets on my nerves, especially with these folks down here and these insurance folks. It's just slimy. It's just, and that probably wasn't even a big deal. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to be cussed out. I don't want to be I don't want to be people getting mad at me. I want to be in the business of making people smile and have fun and like, I'm not doing all that. Arguing people down about their policies and all that shit. That shit is torturous. So them 6 months I was working for them insurance folks, God bless them. But yeah, so let's see what this storm does and I'll report back next week. Bye.
Amber.